The final way to have your Agentforce employee agents interact in Microsoft Teams with Centro is by connecting them per team to a user within Microsoft Teams. The first step of this is to create a user with a full license in Microsoft Teams to connect to your agents. Once you've created that full user in the Teams admin section, you then need to authorize that agent or that user to Centro. You do this by going to the Agentforce tab and clicking on the gear. In this user-based agent text, you can authorize that user to Centro by selecting Authorize Centro. This will require you to sign in as that user into Microsoft Teams to authenticate it to the Centro app. Once you've completed that, you will see the user display here as the user ready to be configured for agents. Once you've completed this, you can then add and configure this user to behave as a Salesforce agent within Microsoft Teams in channels and chats. To have it configured within channels, you can either navigate to your team or create a new team, and I'm just going to call this team Testing Agentforce Agents. I'm going to go ahead and make this a public team, and I'm just going to name my first channel Agents General. Once you have your team created, you can then add other members to the team, but you also have to add the Centro app. To add the Centro app, click on the plus sign and select Apps and search for Centro, and then add the app to the channel and team. Once the app is added, you then need to add the user you created in Microsoft Teams that you want to connect to the agent. The other piece that I like to do here is I like to edit my channel and switch it from posts to threads. Okay, let's go ahead and back to manage channel. And I'm going to go ahead and add my user. So back to there, I'm going to add a member. And my user that I'm going to be adding is called Centro Service Agent. Once I've added that to my team and channel, I'll get this little notification to my Centro DM. And this is a notification that allows me to set that user to whichever agent I desire. So I'm going to go ahead and click Setup. I'm going to select my sales agent, and then I'm just going to enter in the channel that I created here, and it was called Agentforce or Agent General, and I'll hit Save. That has then associated that user to this sales agent. So when I mention him, the sales agent will respond. So navigating back to my new channel here, I can now mention the user and ask them to send me my opportunities. So again, this user is interacting with me and I am authenticated directly to Salesforce. So it's sending me my opportunities based on who mentions the user. The Centro user responds in thread and provides the answer to my query. Here are my answers, and I can continue to have a conversation in thread with the agent to provide additional details. This does not require additional mentions once you're in the thread. Please send additional details about demo. Here. To test To ensure that the agent is behaving as expected, you can navigate to the Agentforce Agent Builder and ask the same questions here, and you can expect the same responses. Here you can see I asked the question about send me my opportunities, and we can see the responses here in cards. Those are the steps required to create and link a Teams user to an Agentforce agent and allow you to mention, and respond when working with employee agents. Please reach out with any questions.